Session 13, Python programming, date and time in Python. How do we manage date and time in Python? So what we will understand in this quick session, what is the definition of tick, what is time tuple, how to get current time in Python, what is the time module, what is the use of it, what is the calendar module and how to use it in Python. In Python, a program can handle date and time in several ways. Its time and calendar module, one is time and second is calendar module, help track date and times. So what is a tick? Tick is time intervals which are floating point numbers in unit of seconds, and particular instant in time are expressed in seconds. Since 12 a.m. January 1, 1970 in date and time in Unix, in Linux. There is a popular time module available in Python which provides functions for working with times and for converting between representations, different representations of time. The method or the function time given in this module time returns the current system time in ticks, which is a number since 12 a.m. January 1970. Let's find out what is the total number of ticks from that day till now. For that, this is a quick example which is in Python 1 program. Import time. This is required to include our time module. Ticks equal to time.time function, and then print number of ticks since this, and you display the value of ticks. This will produce output something like this, and this is that value of tick. Now you can convert it into date format, you can convert it into use any functions to get into the current date differences. Actually it is a number with fraction of time. Date arithmetic is easy to do with the ticks, because then you don't have to worry about the date, month, day or year, because something like a counter from 1st January 12 a.m. to 1970, what we get a fixed number. Let's say this number represent these many ticks, and these represent the other factors like time and seconds and milliseconds or whatever. Our focus right now is counting these numbers. So if I'm here at this point, if I proceed in time, at another point in time I have another value of tick. So I can calculate, I can find the difference, these two ticks, and whatever the difference comes, I can convert it into how many days or how many years or how many months these ticks represent. So date in far future also cannot be represented this way. This is a problem. It's, however, date before epoch cannot be represented in this form. Date before epoch means this date before this particular date. You cannot represent date before this particular date in this form. Also, in future, you cannot represent future dates. The cutoff point for this is sometime in 2038. So the epoch is the point where the time starts, the starting point. So as per this time module in Python, epoch start at this point. So we can't go before this time. We cannot find out time or date before this particular date if we follow the time module. What is a time tuple? Many of Python's time functions handle time as a tuple of 9 numbers. The first number at index number 0 is 4-digit year, like this. At index it is month from 0 to 12, 1 to 12. Third value is day from 1 to 31. Fourth value is hour 0 to 23. Then minute 0 to 59. Then seconds 0 to 61, 60 or 61 depending on their leap seconds. Day of week 0 to 6, 0 is Monday. Day of year 1 to 366, that is Julian date. And daylight savings -1 means -101 or -1 means library determines the date. Now, getting current time in Python. Program number 2 of your source code. To translate a time instant from a second since the epoch floating point value into a time tuple, pass this floating point value to a function, that is local time, that returns the time tuple with all 9 items valid. So what this tuple, what you provide is this function local time, you pass the ticks. So you pass total ticks from the epoch and it will represent the current time. So the local current time is this. So something like this, you will get local current time is time, structure time, you will get years, month, month, day, hour, time, minutes, seconds, week, day, all these 9 fields you will get here. But they are not in presentable right now, which could be presented. This would produce the following result, which could be formatted in any other presentable format. You can format any time as per your requirement, but a simple method to get time in readable format is ASC time. So import time, local time, ASC time, and you pass the epoch to local time and pass this local time to ASC time and then display it. You will get the time actually Friday, October 1 and 2021, even the time also displayed. All the 9 fields which are represented, they were represented by this call. This is how we can get. Now what we have learned so far quickly, the start date, the epoch concept, the tick concept, the various fields of time tuple. There are 7 fields. All these fields, how to get them, how to convert them into a presentable or representable date time. We can also generate the calendar, getting calendar for a month. This is available in Python 4. The calendar module gives a wide range of methods to play with yearly and monthly calendar. For example, import calendar, then cal is equal to calendar, month. You want to display month calendar for the year 2021 for the month of October, and then you are displaying this calendar. When you try this, here's the calendar October 2021, and I verified this program working wonderfully well. You get the calendar in Python. The time module. The time module provides functions for working with time and for converting between representations. That's what we used. So this is a comprehensive list of all the functions of this module time. The functions with the description. Alt zone. This is the offset of the local DST time zone in seconds west of UTC if one is defined. This is negative if local DST time zone is east of UTC as Western Europe including UK. Only use if this date light is non-zero. Then time, ASC time, you specify the tuple time, accept a time tuple and return the readable 24 character time string as Tuesday, date, and then time and the year. Time clock, return the current CPU time as floating point number of seconds. To measure computational cost of different approaches, the value of time.clock is more useful than that of time tick. Then time C time, seconds, like ASC time, this and without argument like ASC time is similar to this. Then we have sleep in seconds, quite normal, quite self-explanatory. It suspends the calling thread for seconds what you specify. Then time, string time, that's the strftime format, what you want to specify, in which format you want to display, and then TimeTuple. It accepts an instant expressed as a TimeTuple in local time and returns a string representing the instant as specified by string format. Then we have strptime string. You specify the format, and this is the format string you are passing, like %a, b, d, h, minutes, seconds, years. So it presents the string according to the format fmt and returns the instant in TimeTuple format. Then we have time, that returns the current time instant, a floating point number of seconds since the epoch. So now you get the value of that tick which I was talking about, a number, a floating point number, that is nothing but seconds. So that is seconds including the fraction of seconds, which gives you milliseconds, microseconds. Important attributes. There are following two important attributes available with the time module. One is the time zone and second is TZ name. When you say time zone, it attributes is the offset of the offset in seconds of the local time zone without DST. From UTC greater than 0 in Americas and less than equal to 0 in most of the Europe and Asia and Africa. Time TZ name, you will see the pair local dependent strings like Asia/Kolkata, which are the names of the local time zone without DST respectively. Similarly, the calendar module. The calendar module supplies calendar related functions. By default, calendar take Monday as the first day of the week and Sunday as the last one. To change this, you can use calendar set first weekday function. The functions of this module are calendar. Optional, you can specify year, week, and then I and C. It returns the multi-line string for a calendar for the year specified by this value year. Formatted into 3 columns represented by C spaces, that is 6 spaces. C is the number you specify, the default number of spaces. W is the width in character of each date. Each line has a length of 2L, that is the 21 multiplied by W plus 18 multiplied by 2 multiplied by C. Actually, this is how you represent the calendar, how the calendar is to be displayed, how do you calculate the spacing between that date and the month. This L is the number of lines for each week. Calendar first weekday returns the current setting of the weekday that starts each week. By default, when the calendar is first imported, this is 0, meaning Monday. Then we have calendar is leap year function that returns true if the year is leap year, otherwise it returns false. These are the functions of calendar module of Python. Leap days, Y1, Y2, you supply these two leap days, the years within this range. It returns the total number of leap days in the year within these two ranges, Y1 and Y2. Calendar month, year, month, week 2, L1, that is W2, L1, not week, W2, L1. It represents a multi-line string with a calendar for the month of year, what you specify here, year. 1 line per week, L is equal to 1, plus 2 head lines, W is equal to 2. W is the width in character for each date. Each line has length of 7 multiplied by W plus 6. L is the number of lines for each week. Then we have calendar, month calendar. This month calendar, you provide year and month. It returns a list of integers. Each sublist denotes a week. Days outside month specified by this month of the year specified by year are set to 0. Days within the month are set to their day of month 1 and up. Then we have month range. You supply year and month, it returns two integers. The first one is the code in the weekdays for the first day of the month. Month is the year specified by year. The second one is the number of days in the month. Weekday codes are 0 for Monday to 6 for Sunday, and months are from 1 to 12. Then we have parcel. This print the calendar like this, and this is per month, PR month, that is print the months. It print the calendar month with the format month, year, month, and W with L. So this is the calendar module. You need to try out the different examples, passing different values with different formats to understand more about this calendar module. That's all for the session 13. Thank you very much.